Futurama is one of my favorite shows of all time, and this channel is dedicated to everything that I think makes Futurama such a great show. I'm going to go through each episode, pointing out all the interesting facts, hidden details, and anything else I feel like mentioning. Welcome to the Hip Joint, where Futurama fans get in free.
Cool!
It all begins with episode 1, Space Pilot 3000, and it's here we meet the main character, Philip J. Fry, voiced by Billy West.
And that's how you play the game.
Something I find interesting about the show is how many characters are voiced by the same person. Billy West voices over 40 characters by himself, and I plan on numbering each one as they appear throughout the show. Next, we meet Mr. Panucci, just one of the over 35 characters voiced by John DiMaggio.
I know! I read about it in Big Whoop magazine!
We see Fry riding past O'Grady's pub. This will be important for later. After that, he runs into his girlfriend Michelle, voiced by Kath Soucie. Though she only voices Michelle in the first episode, she voices 5 other notable characters later in the show. Give this video a like if you're one of the ones who survived Y2K. This guy.
Happy New Year!
I've seen funnier name puns, but this one fits Fry perfectly.
I always thought by this point in my life, I'd be the one making the crank calls.
In a nice piece of foreshadowing, pun intended, this shadow becomes very important later on.
What the?
I hope we can find out who destroyed Old New York. Maybe in like 5 seasons.
Go!
Fry officially steps into the year 2999.
Yahoo!
And with that, we get our first title card. The caption in color is a reference to the 1939 World's Fair display from General Motors called Futurama. If you're paying attention during the opening, you'll catch glimpses of some important characters, including Amy, Hermes, and fucking Kiff, along with Dr. Zoidberg and Zap Brannigan. To finish out the opening, we end with a clip of Little Buck Cheeser from 1937. While I was researching the voice actors in Futurama, I was surprised to learn that David Herman is responsible for some of the most memorable side characters, including Terry and Lou.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow!
Katie Seagal is one of the few voice actors to technically only voice one character, other than a side character that I guarantee you can't guess. Then we get this great delivery from Fry.
My God, 1,000,000 years.
One of the funniest lines from the episode, maybe even the entire show.
That's great.
Now, why does a floating computer screen squeak while it's being swiveled?
What if I refuse?
Then you'll be fired.
Fine.
Out of a cannon into the sun.
That I'd like to see. Later on, we learn that Leela is actually a very capable fighter, so this juke move by Fry shouldn't have worked. And what is this machine's obsession with automatically setting itself to 1,000 years?
See you in 1,000 years.
Not that Fry should be stopping and staring at the doors, but why do they close in different directions? As Fry travels on the Crosstown Express, you can see him pass by the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons. The time has come where we meet everyone's favorite robot, Bender Bending Rodriguez, John DiMaggio's most memorable character, and the first uttering of his infamous catchphrase.
Bite my shiny metal ass!
Welcome to the world of tomorrow!
Shut up, Terry.
Hey, at least the man is dedicated to his work. Ipchi is John DiMaggio's 3rd voice credit. We're only halfway through the first episode.
Life is good.
Fry and Bender go to Ozorknak's pub. This is the same as O'Grady's pub from the cold open. I want to know who picked Leela's officer ID.
This is Officer 1BDI, requesting backup.
We'll be there in 5 minutes.
New York's finest peace officers, Smitty, voiced by Billy West, and Earl, voiced by John DiMaggio.
Damn.
Inside the Head Museum, we see many famous heads
I'm Leonard Nimoy.
in jars. Names like David Duchovny, Liz Taylor, Dennis Rodman, the Matt Groening, and Barbra Streisand. Back on the wall of presidents, there is Warren Harding, Bill Clinton, George Bush Sr., Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, Gerald Ford, and George Washington. Next, we meet Richard Nixon, one of Billy West's most recognizable characters. When Nixon gets knocked off his shelf, he is positioned next to George Washington. But when he's on the floor, that spot is occupied by Andrew Jackson, and George is all the way on the other end, like he was in the first shot. If you've ever wondered why there are 2 Grover Cleveland heads, that's because he was the only president to win 2 non-consecutive terms.
You're full of crap, Fry. You make a persuasive argument, Fry.
Another contender for the best line of the episode. We still don't know how he does this. I demand answers.
I'm unstoppable!
Wait!
No thanks.
Down in the sewers, we can see all the destruction caused by a certain someone. Who the hell is Mog? Our favorite mad scientist, Professor Farnsworth. Billy West's 4th character this episode.
And over there is my intergalactic spaceship.
It's a beautiful ship. I wonder how many times it gets destroyed throughout the show. Might have to keep a count on that.
Attention job deserters! Come out with your hands up!
No!
A robot that literally breaks. This number 3000 looks oddly familiar. Might even be inspiration for this episode's title. In less than 24 hours, Fry went from hating his job as a delivery boy, not wanting to become a delivery boy in the future, to being overjoyed at becoming a delivery boy, but on a spaceship.
All right! I'm a delivery boy!
Episode 1 is in the bag, a great pilot episode that takes us on a journey to the year 3000, discovering New York alongside Fry. We get introduced to some fan-favorite main and side characters, and in the end, a new Planet Express crew is formed. Welcome to Futurama. Thanks everyone for checking out my video. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. This is just episode 1, so stick around.